So we got this nice FD RX7 up on the hoist. A little dirty just because Ontario weather map is chirping me, but we'll get it all cleaned up before the customer picks it up for sure. It's been rainy outside. So we got the old system on here. Well, I might as well run through the car, Matt. I think introduce the video with some shots of the car getting it up on the hoist. So this is a newer customer of mine who is referred from a good customer of mine who I've done a lot of RX7 stuff for. So this is a FD RX7 that has a 13B rotary engine in it still. And he has my friend's old turbo setup. So Matt can kind of sneak up here. It's an RTEC stainless turbo manifold, which is the same thing that I just put on my wagon at the FDF shop. RTEC makes a really nice cast investment stainless. Same with the Corolla that's at my shop. A bunch of RTEC stuff going on this year. They should sponsor me. On another note, so this has a bigger Borg Warner. What is this thing? I think it's a S300. It's an EFR actually, so I honestly don't even know the code. It's big. It's probably like an 85, 86 millimeter turbo, which is pretty big in size of turbos, but for rotaries, it's pretty standard. So we are going to be making 4-inch downpipe. Huge. Really big tubing. In the future, we're definitely going to upgrade the system because it hangs low. You like that, people? Like
yeah, it might just be like super blown out. Okay, yeah, there. Sorry, now talk about it.
There we go. So there's the nice 4-inch bend. We're eventually going to make everything larger, but he just wants to get this all connected up to his existing system because he also has, for this setup here that's in the trunk, a cat pipe that goes in for his street setup. So he's not older, but he's an
experienced gentleman.
Experienced gentleman, and he doesn't want open wastegate sounds. Like, he wants to be able to go to the track and like take off the downpipe and maybe do the open wastegate. He wants to have options pretty much. So we're going to be making this 4-inch dumpster tube fit in this little area here, and then we also need to grab the wastegate that he's provided because he just has it blocked off because he doesn't live far away. He just drove it over here, put it in like a limp mode, so it won't even rev over like $3,000. So we got to put the wastegate up on its own. We've talked about these before. We played with a couple wastegates. Anything with a turbocharged application has that. So his main issue was he went to put this on with the manifold and it doesn't fit his old downpipe. Like, there's just no way. You know, the math doesn't add up. So he's put a little block off plate on here. We're gonna remove that, remove this old downpipe, put the wastegate in its home, and then we can put the new V-band flange on the turbocharger, cut up a bend or two, kind of lay them in there, see where I want to make everything fit. And then we also, fire ring, he wants to merge the wastegate back into the downpipe, which is a little bit of a trickier thing to do, but I'll kind of walk you through the steps of how I approach it. So what that means, Matt, is the same as this one here, right? So the old setup that used to be on here, on a lot of stuff that I have, and you hear like the Subaru from the videos, like wastegate dumping, that's when we just let the wastegate dump to atmosphere, which is something that I don't do that.
For legal reasons.
On off-road applications, we're big on open dumps, but it is a very overpowering sound, especially when it's, my opinion, as soon as you get to like the 14 PSI plus range with an open dump, it's like the gates of hell kind of open, and it sounds sick, but it's not for everybody, which is totally understandable. So we're going to merge this wastegate back into the downpipe so that it's really chill, actually. Like, if you can, we'll try and compare the two eventually. I'm sure I'll get a setup for you one day. You can Google it if you're really concerned. It really mellows out the exhaust tone. If you heard my Subaru before I did the wastegate mod, like, it's just very subtle. Now it's gates of hell. It's kind of what happens. But yeah, we'll pull off this downpipe. I'll put this wastegate back on the bench, and we'll unbolt some stuff, dude.
Right on.
waiting for this.
What do you got here,
Trevor
Mike?
sent me a picture of this, buddy. One of the best TV series out in the longest time. Oh, and hopefully I win a nice 2-wheel drive 4x4 supercharged red truck.
GMC, eh? Let's see what you got there.
Cleat Squirrel
McFarlane.
Restorations.
Oh, you got the
555.
Toad?
You're done, brother.
That's sick, dude. I actually really like that.
Yeah, me too.
I might order
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, so shout out to him.
Yeah, I love Cletus's shit, man. It's fucking hilarious. I'm gonna have a plane one day.
So what are you doing now? You just blast
Going
off?
off this old down
Yeah?
pipe. Closed. So that's why I just undid all the stuff from the top before. So
Right
you can
on.
see that's that 4-inch to 3-inch adapter. Again, we don't need that rubber. That's gonna hang out right there. I think now we're gonna need a little pen mill or something to get that wastegate clamp off.
Okay, Mike, so what do we got here?
Got the wastegate pumped in there now. Everything off. We're gonna bring it down so I can easily throw that flange on up top. And honestly, we got a lot of room, so I might just throw it on now.
Yeah, you do. And who are these parts from?
Vibrant, always. Again,
Performance.
stupid flanges that you
Common.
gotta pull out.
Common trend here on this channel, Mike, I notice.
Yeah, dude.
Only the best, eh?
Only high quality fabrication components in my house. Same thing, you got your male, female, proprietary sides, and then that proper clamp with the latch.
That will
latch.
come undone, right?
quick latch, yeah,
Those
then you
cheap
had-
ones we saw in the last video, they're garbage.
And they come with like a lock nut for after, but like a mock-up
yeah.
nut. So it's like you're not like fucking up
Yeah.
the whole time.
Right on.
On the male side of the ring, obviously the male side has the protrusion and it locks in there. So on the turbocharger, it looks like it's a male, so this should just click on like that, which is no problemo. Give it a better angle. Stay. This is why I was gonna bring it down, but it's fine. I'm just struggling for a minute. Okay.
That's on turbo.
Yes, sir. And then obviously a 90 of these. Where did I put that big old dumpster, dude?
Oh, I saw you fisting it earlier, but yeah, there you go.
Look at this thing. It's huge.
Yeah, that's quite the adaptation, eh?
I'm saying.
So he's going true 4-inch now.
Yeah, we're gonna do a 4-inch downpipe. Do the wastegate here, and then I'm gonna adapt it back down to the 3-inch. So then we have an adapter to bring it back down to 3-inch because it's all 3-inch for the system.
Nice.
So. Hey.
Looks like you're carrying a fucking fence post.
Dude, I wish my fence
Or
was
street
bigger
light.
than this. Yeah, this is like whole street light manifesto.
With this 4-inch tube here.
Some sewage piping, man. Street light manifesto.
What are you doing there, Inspector Gadget?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Just easier to measure from up here. We'll start with 4 for 4-inch. Tacking this up, and then we're gonna go back in the engine bay and lift it back up again. Just gotta set some stuff in stone, right? You can only make stuff You only guess so much. Sometimes you just gotta commit. So I held it back up in there, and I'm pretty happy with this. So, 8.
Got it all tacked up. You're just mocking it up now.
Yeah, we're just gonna throw it back in there. Now we're at the point where I can't really do anything from up here. Whereas before I was trying to mock this up on the bottom, but to measure that straight piece, I was like, it's gonna be way easier up at the top. What are you doing, Jamie? Leave it loose so I can kind of spin it around, but tight enough so that it's center on it still. So you gotta make sure it's good.
Yeah.
So that's pretty decent there. Let's leave that light in there, shine down on us. Will it reach? This into the pipe. So if I put this pipe over here, I'm gonna rob all of my room into there, right? So that's why I'm trying to, I think this is probably gonna be the best of options. And the fittings can be here. Keeps it all at a heat way, and you can bring it all down there. Because these are, depending on what lines, like on the wagon right now, because I'm running the same wastegate on the wagon, and where it is, it's literally right beside the turbocharger. So I've converted these lines to dash and, like the stainless steel lines, whereas traditionally those little fittings I just pulled off are just for like a regular vacuum line. But this stuff gets really hot, so I've always found in applications that are being used and abused, the rubber line always melts off of those little barbs. So I always try and go to dash and, or just keep everything like out of harm's way as much as you can. But I think we're gonna rock something like that, Matt. It's tight, but like this isn't gonna move. I'd rather it a little tighter up to the floor pan than the gate, but it's okay.
Beauty. I think in your past life you must have been an octopus, Mike.
Definitely was.
Some sort of sea creature. That's for you're amphibious for sure.
A fucking creature of some sort. Some deranged hybrid. We're not talking Teslas. Oh my god. I'll get it. Don't worry. Everything's fine. Everything's gonna be okay.
Just trying to dial in the fitment there.
Yeah. Pointing everything where I want to point it, and then I'll start selecting ones that I want to commit once I'm happy.
Mike's a committed man.
Every damn day. Oh my god.
Ooh, there's the reducer. 3-inch.
It's not happening.
Get back to this guy. Fitment here. I'll give you a better view of it. How much stuff he's dodging. All around. Beauty.
Fitment guarantee.
Got the flex pipe on.
Yep. And then this flange is already on this crazy angle, so I'm gonna have to pull that up and match that, but we'll deal with that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. And we got lots of room to bring our wastegate merge in here.
Yeah, I showed them the crazy clearance on it, every side there. It looks good.
Notch a straight piece of tube to go into here. Point that way. Little baby flex bellow and the little bend that I have from home, because I think I already showed you that one that I have here is just going to be a little too... Whoa!
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 Flexing on us.
Center line radius of this bend is that I have here is a little too much, where I have really tight ones at home. It probably would fit, but it's just like we're right against the body pretty much. Like I can trim this to make it not do that, but I'd rather just use a different bend, and then it's literally going to sit like there. So
Beauty.
We'll start. Get this mocked up onto there, tack that, make that section into that flange.
Start laying some salmons.
Yeah.
Stacking salmons. Okay, the car's down. Mike's just trying to finagle that downpipe out.
A little dumpster too.
You can see that's what he's dealing with here, and he still hasn't welded the rest of it on yet. This is gonna be a tight fit in and out.
Just gotta find the perfect recipe.
The Krabby Patty formula. Just getting it all dialed in here.
Oh yeah.
Just figuring out what he needs for the last little piece, and then comes a test to see if you can get it out all in one piece.
Oh.
I'm doubtful, but he told me I'm not.
100%. I got this.
That's a tight fit. That whole pipe's got to come out that way.
No problem. I'm ready, dude. So we got the downpipe all on its home. Everything's like a little loosey-goosey just so we have all our clearances, but I'm pretty happy with that. This flange is sitting at some like crazy downward angle, so before I just held the tube up and I just kind of like put that there for a second. Just marked with a Sharpie. Like I held this straight and then I just eyed up the angles that it was, put that on Sharpie, and then I cut this angle into it. Not my preferred way, but should direct deposit. Flex pipe's got a little bit of playroom for us, which is nice. So we should be able to just click that.
Oh,
right into
look at
home.
that.
I don't, should just hang out and chill.
Fuck, look at that fitment.
Yeah, so I know that's all good. So I'm gonna pretty much pull it down. With the downpipe in place right now, I can mark where my O2 sensors need to go. There's an O2 and an EGT sensor to put in there, so I'll mark those two bad boys up. And then...
Wait, rotaries get EGTs like a diesel?
Yeah, like insane. Like you want to monitor like exhaust gas temperature.
Oh wow, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm learning that. Anyone
it's all
else
about-
learning?
it's
That
all
was a
about
cool
heat.
thing. So, yeah,
It's just like those ceramic apex
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about, they are susceptible to failing in extreme
Heat.
heat.
Okay.
Right? So it's,
yeah, that's sick.
yeah, it's just one of those more heat, tighter tolerances. As
Yep.
soon as those tolerances get too tight, they crack or they damage the rotor housing, and then it loses compression. And it's
Rotary
just
stuff, eh?
Rotary stuff, yeah.
Fuck.
And as you know, with all our rotary knowledge I've been laying down on you, you got your 3 combustions happening all the time, so it starts losing compression over and over. They still run. Like my main French Wizard, his rotary, that RX7 that's at my house. You'd see. I can give you. I'll send you the video here. I'll just
So
put
the French Wizard part is the funny thing that made me laugh.
Okay.
Yeah.
You tell me if this is not.
Can this be on camera?
Yeah,
Okay,
100%.
Here's the French Wizard apparently.
Here's here this week if I missed them. Just walking.
That's him.
Let's go.
Oh, he is a fucking wizard, eh?
He's my favorite.
That guy slayed a couple dragons in his day.
Definitely, he's one of my favorite people in the world. But yeah, so his all the rotary setup. We can go to my house and we can like just spin the motor by hand. Like it has no compression, but they still like start up. So
Right
we
on.
got carried away.
Yeah.
Anyways, back on to fabbing. So we're gonna do my little trick with the flex pipe now. I'm just gonna leave this. I'm gonna pull this off. Leave the down pipe in place. I still think this is gonna pull up no problem. I don't care what Matt says. And I'm gonna mark my O2.
I hope I'm wrong. But I'm just doubtful. But I really do hope I'm wrong.
Everything's fine.
Little Tim's trip in the Cummins Swap C10. I want to hear this thing start. Woo! Look at this unit, eh?
Oh yeah, she's great. Great trip.
Just saying hi to the neighbors.
Oh yeah, always. Great.
Oh. This guy's driving like a fucking race car.
She's a transporter, brother.
It does sound like a transporter.
Jesus.
Hi, how may I help you?
Hi, can I get
There's no seat belts or cup holders in the 70s, eh, Mike?
You don't need those.
Yeah, but there's a gun rack from the factory.
You need that.
You do need that.
I don't know if it's a factory option, but it should have been.
Yeah. I love this thing, dude. It's such a vibe.
It is totally a vibe.
Very big vibe.
It's very dirty right now. There's leaves everywhere.
You don't even have a forced in here yet, eh? With the black
It was
ice?
clean. It's just because it sits on in the winter, and then it has these vents. If you can feel the air coming in on your feet.
Yeah.
So all the leaves and shit from last year just start making their way inside.
That's a nasty gear shifter. You should just change that to like a shotgun broomstick handle. Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that sounds nasty. Mike's just getting her all welded up now.
Yes, sir.
It's coming along good.
Yep.
Mike's just welding on the bungs here. So you got her all set up in here, Mike?
Yeah,
now you
dude.
just...
We got her mocked up in there. I welded that flange first because I didn't want it to warp. Made sure it's nice and straight and flat. Now we got everything back up in its home. We're going to throw some tacks on it so we can bring it down and do the final weld.
And we'll show you guys what it looks like fully finished there. Dude, now comes the time where we got to pull the full system out through here. See if Mike's got it here.
Yep, no problem, dude.
Look at that, eh? Guy was a pipe fitter in his life before this.
That's a big down pipe in a tiny little spot. Can't believe that.
That's actually nuts.
That came out no problem. The pipe is my cost.
Alright, Mike.
Yeah, dude.
So this is the finished product right here, eh?
This is the big old stovepipe.
And there's still a part 2 coming.
Yeah, I still have to merge the wastegate into it, but we have to finish this first. So, got this done. That's a full day of work for me right there. We're here at like 10, 10:30. It's like 5 o'clock now, so that's enough for a Saturday. Go home and work on more shit. So,
And then stay tuned for part 2.
yeah, stay tuned. We'll get this back up in its home, and then we'll start making a wastegate dump tube on Monday night.
And that's all she wrote, eh?
That's it, dude.